EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Dublin Shamrocks. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. So you look at the NFL in Europe. We've, of course, had games in London, in Germany, Mexico, but now Ireland gets into the act. A new franchise based right here outside Dublin, and these folks could not be more excited to have a relocated team on the Emerald Isle. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, so that they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on 2nd down. Masters. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Dobbs goes in motion. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bird. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw on 3rd down. Bird on the screen. This is Cannon. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 3rd and 9. separating from the gun. Masters, and that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here comes Reed. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, this is Cannon. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Bird. Finds his receiver, Watson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll go on the ground. That's one they certainly wish they had back, a loss of 8. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Back to throw. Bird. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Masters. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. But it's going to be 2nd down. When you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. But the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 1st down, they'll run with the Wonder. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he'll go down at the 28. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Third and 3.
Off play action. Masters.
This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Dublin Shamrocks. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. First play's a run with Nwangwu. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back to throw. Masters drops this off with Nwangwu. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Masters. He'll get this to Nwangwu. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Masters. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's third and short. When you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL. You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Give left side here for Nwangwu. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Masters will set up the screen for Nwangwu. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive. Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right? That's true. But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows them to play better as the game goes on. Especially crucial here on the road. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff right side to Nwangwu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to Nwangwu. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Straight ahead, here's Nwangwu. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson His second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake. Bird. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they rattle off a big one. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give to Cannon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Bird. Hard throw, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. Bird.
They'll complete this one to Watson. and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Bird. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Masters. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. From the gun on 3rd down. Masters. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 45 yards.
And the Vikings have retaken the lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot place. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Off-play action. Bird. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Off the play fake. Masters. Pressure comes and down he goes. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Masters. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Masters. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 76 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On third down, Bird. That is caught. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off play action. Bird. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cannon going to try the left side. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards, a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Bird. That's taken in by Watson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw on 3rd down, Bird.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
from the gun on third down. Masters. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Looking to throw. Masters. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Handoff here to Nwangu. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. Back to throw. Bird. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Bird. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Off the play fake. Bird. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They go again with Cannon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And they'll send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. One more time, it's Cannon. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Looking to throw. Bird. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Shamrocks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now it's the Wagyu.
And it pushes way forward to about the 32.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll run again with Cannon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there. run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll run with Cannon. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Masters. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the return is Reed. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.